slogan coin for lab activity for mechanics of exercise. The first exercise is tibialis anterior. This is going to be working, big surprise, the tibialis anterior right along the front next to your shin. So one way you can do it, you can sit down, you can sit on a bench. It's very simple, where you straighten your feet out, point your toes, and then flex them all the way up. Try and touch your toes to your knees, and then back down, and then back up. You gotta hold it there as it's pulling up, because you can't load it with weights, so you need to hold it there and really feel it. This exercise is the standing calf raises. These, for beginners, you haven't really done it before, it's going to be working all of your calf muscles. You're going to be, you can stand against the wall for balance. You're going to raise up on your toes and the balls of your feet. Back down, up, and back down. A better way to do it is if you're on a ledge or a step and you can hold a dumbbell or some weight, and you would stand on the step on the balls of your feet and let your heels drop below it, and then push upwards, and then they would drop down, and then push upwards. This exercise is the hip abduction exercise, abduction. It's going to be working your hip abductors. One way you can do it, a lot of people do it, is you can just lay on your side, up on your elbow, feet straight, and then you just raise your legs like that. I like to do it, use a resistance band, tie it around a sturdy object. You put your foot through it, and then you just bring your foot out. Same thing, but there's more resistance and balance. This exercise is hip adduction. It's going to be working your hip adductors. It's the same motion as the abduction, but you're coming inwards and across instead of outwards away from your body. And I use the same thing as abduction. Tie a little resistance band around the pole, put your foot in it, and you come across. This exercise is the chin-up. It's a very basic bodyweight exercise, not always too easy for beginners, however. What you're going to be doing, you're holding the bar, palms supinated, facing you, and you're going to be hanging there. You want to come lower than 90 degrees, and then up until your chin's above the bar. Like that. This exercise is the pull-up, a lot like the chin-up. It's going to be working your biceps, oblique forearms, your latissimus dorsi muscles. And the pull-up, the difference is your grip is going to be pronated. You can still have a close grip like in the chin-up, but a lot of people prefer to do a wider grip to work more of latissimus dorsi muscles. And same thing, you want to come down below 90 degrees and then bring it up. Squeeze your scapulas together, your shoulder blades. Back down. This exercise is the inverted row. It's going to be working primarily your latissimus dorsi and your rhomboids, upper and middle back. Secondary ones will be a little bit of the biceps. And what you're going to do is you're going to come underneath a bar setup. A lot of people use a Smith machine for this. And you can either have your legs straight out like this, or to make it easier, you can bend your legs and kind of bridge. And you pull the bar up to your chest and back down. This exercise is the shrug. It's going to be working primarily your trapezius muscles. And people do it different ways. They'll either have a barbell across the front of their body, and they'll bring their scapulas up, they're elevated, retract it, elevate it and down, or they'll have it behind their body to keep it pinched back there, or they'll have dumbbells. I have dumbbells, so that's what I'm going to use. They'll bring it up and they'll bring it down. But another way that you can do it is if you bring it forward, because the trapezius also works to retract the scapula backwards. Bring it backwards like this, as if you were pinching them, and then bring it up, and then that way you can work more of the lower trapezius as well as the upper trapezius muscles. Like that. This exercise is the front raise. It's going to be working your anterior deltoids. And what you're doing is you'll have dumbbells, or some people will use cable pulleys, and you're going to be standing up straight, keeping your core braced, and you're going to bring your arms out in front of you. People do it, some people do it with a pronated grip, or some people do it with a neutral grip. Come back down. Some people do it even in the middle and don't worry too much about the grip. Come up and come down. This is with the pronated grip and the supinated and the neutral grip. Sorry. This exercise is the rear lateral raises. You're going to be bent over, and you're going to have dumbbells in front of you, or some people would use cable pulleys and cross them over, but it's going to be working your posterior deltoids in the back. Bent over, back straight, and your core braced, and you'll be coming out